Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today we are talking about metabolism, a topic that is often misunderstood. You've probably heard the terms like slow metabolism or fast metabolism, but what does that actually mean? Can you actually boost your metabolism? In this video, I'm breaking down the myths, explaining how your metabolism works, and giving you some evidence-based tips to support a healthy metabolism. So first, let's understand what metabolism actually is. Metabolism is the process which converts food to energy. It's divided into three components: your basal metabolic rate, so BMR, the thermic effect of food, so TEF, and physical activity. So BMR is the number of calories your body needs to function at rest. It accounts for 60 to 75% of your daily energy expenditure. TEF, or the thermic effect of food, it accounts for about 10% of the calories you burn, and this comes from digesting food. Physical activity includes both exercise and non-exercise activity, like walking and moving throughout the day. And all of these components together are what goes into determining how many calories your body is going to burn in a given day. As we age, our metabolism tends to slow down. This is due to a variety of factors, which I'm going to break down each of them. Number one is muscle loss. Number two is hormonal changes. And number three is inactivity. So muscle loss, as we get older, we tend to lose muscle mass, which can slow down our metabolism. And this is one of the biggest contributors to a slower metabolism. Muscle is more metabolically active than fat, meaning it burns more calories even when you're at rest. So, starting in your 30s, if you're not actively maintaining muscle through strength training, you can lose 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade. This decrease in muscle means that your body burns fewer calories, even if your activity level and diet remain the same. And this is one of the main reasons people notice weight gain or difficulty losing weight as they age. The second piece is hormonal changes. For women, especially, hormonal shifts play a significant role in metabolic changes. During perimenopause and menopause, estrogen levels decline, which directly impacts how your body stores fat, uses energy, and maintains muscle. With lower estrogen, your fat distribution changes, which can lead to more abdominal fat. Insulin resistance can increase, and this can actually make it harder for the body to manage blood sugar levels. This hormonal shift can lead to less muscle mass and an increase in fat, which further slows metabolism. This is often an interesting concept that I like to talk about with my patients because we do see a direct correlation with the shift in estrogen in perimenopause and menopause associated with a lower burning in calories. We see that spare tire, that increased belly fat as you enter perimenopause. We see potentially increased weight gain or just body composition shifts. But the interesting piece of that conversation is that when we give estrogen directly, we don't see that weight come off. And so we know there are a variety of factors that contribute to those pieces. As we get into perimenopause, we have more of an increased risk for autoimmune conditions, such as a thyroid condition as well. And so it's important to factor in all of these pieces. We know that we have an increased risk of insulin resistance. And when we have insulin resistance, we know that that will lead to a harder time losing weight. But the specific effect of estrogen is not that you have an estrogen deficiency, so then we replace it and now we've suddenly, lost that weight that we've gained. It just doesn't unfortunately work that way because we know that it is multifactorial. When we look at the weight concerns and the metabolic concerns that come with conditions such as PCOS or polycystic ovarian syndrome, we know that the root cause of polycystic ovarian syndrome ends up being a genetic predisposition to trouble managing insulin and managing blood sugar. And so when we look at those different pieces, we know that having insulin resistance is what fuels a lot of those hormonal changes. So it's not necessarily the sex hormone changes that increase the problems that we see in PCOS with weight and metabolic function. We actually see an insulin problem leading to an inability to ovulate, which leads to all of the other problems that we see as a result. And when we look at inactivity, we obviously know that our day-to-day activity plays a huge role in our metabolism as our life gets busier or more sedentary, whether it's due to sitting more at work, spending long hours on screens, or just moving less overall. Our body's not going to burn as many calories throughout the day. Regular movement, even simple activities like walking and standing, can help maintain a healthier metabolism. But when we become less active, the body adapts by conserving energy, which ultimately slows down our metabolic rate. And even when we look at, people who are in a physical job, let's just say, for example, my power keeps shifting. In a physical job, for example, we know that if they are doing a construction job where they're active and they are, operating something and they're digging and they're moving and they're lifting, they're like, well, this is my physical activity. But unfortunately, your body looks at those movements as your baseline movement. So in order to be able to increase that, in order to be able to actually boost your metabolism, you're actually going to have to do more than your baseline. I talk to people, for example, who are like, well, I'm moving all day at work. I'm on my feet all day. But unfortunately, the person that's sitting at their desk in a sedentary position actually has a slight advantage when they start going because they're going from nothing. So any movement they do, whether it's including walking during their day, actually may help to improve weight loss and everything of that nature. But unfortunately, somebody who already walks all day, adding a walk, although I'm never going to discourage my patients from walking, adding a walk is wonderful. It just might not be enough in that patient to essentially move the needle, right? And so my top tips for helping to boost your metabolism are 4, okay? 1, build muscle. Strength training helps increase muscle mass. More muscle means higher metabolism. 2, stay active. The more you move throughout the day, whether it's taking a walk, setting up regularly, or even doing light chores around the house. I think a lot of people think that it has to be an all or nothing sport, right? It has to be, I'm working out 45 minutes at the gym, lifting heavy, doing all the things, or don't have time, so can't do it all. If you've ever wanted a quick, easy tip from me, it is the 7-minute workout. It is scientifically backed and you can find it on YouTube for free. It's quite literally 7 minutes. It is body weight movements. You do not need space. You do not need equipment. It is just done with you and your body space. All you need is a wall because there's some wall sits. But essentially, this is the quickest workout with no excuses because everyone has 7 minutes. And if you don't have 7 minutes, we need to reevaluate what your schedule is looking like. But there's also a concept called movement snacking. Movement snacking is the idea that in between Zoom calls, in between meetings, in between, whatever you have going on at work, that you just do something. Whether that is 10 squats, or that is 10 jumping jacks, or that is 5 lunges on each side. You can do this throughout your day, and this will actually equate a full workout by the end of the day, right? If you're taking these movement snacks, you're keeping your body active, and it also will probably increase your focus and productivity at work instead of just straight staring at a screen for the entire day. Eating an adequate amount of protein is really important. Protein helps build muscle and has a higher thermic effect, so your body's going to burn more calories digesting it. And hydration is so important. Dehydration can slow your metabolism. So drinking enough water is important. It's also important to note that you actually can drink too much water. So with all of these pieces, more is not better, right? We need to make sure that we understand what our unique needs are and what our unique goals are. The good news is, while metabolism naturally slows as we age, there are several things that you can do to help boost it and maintain energy levels. And so we've already walked through a lot of these pieces, but let's talk about whether or not metabolic boosters are real. You've probably seen products marketed as metabolism boosters. Do they really work? The truth is, some ingredients like caffeine and green tea extract can temporarily increase your metabolism, but the effects are usually very small and short-lived. If you're looking for lasting changes, focusing on building healthy habits like strength training, regular activity, and proper nutrition is always going to be the foundation. You cannot out-supplement a good foundation. So to wrap things up, while you can't drastically change your metabolism overnight, adopting healthy habits like building muscle, staying active, and eating well can support your body's natural processes. If you want to learn more, check out the linked blog post where I dive deeper into these topics. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more health tips. Thanks so much for watching.